Started. Gundam fight all set. Ready, go!
Well, hello, folks. It is another weekend has come and gone, and so has Monday. But there's no reason to there's no reason to be so down on it all because the
Wait,
weekend.
where did Monday go?
Well, that was a small sacrifice I was willing to make.
Oh yeah.
But all of that said, welcome to the Mechpit chat. I, of course, am Ironcaster here to get you going into the week and kind of hopefully get you on a better note, because it's so easy to just be in that grumpy mood because it's Monday. And well, I like to think that it's a chance to start the week out bright and fresh. With me in my ever-growing rotation of frequent friends with me is Dash Attack, who's decided to join us today. Say hello, friend.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Oh, it's going fantastic. How'd your weekend go?
My weekend? Trying to remember what I did this weekend. I visit my parents like I normally do. Let's see, I think I worked on some projects, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's the way these things go. I wound up getting roped into apparently running a Transformers RPG at some point here, so that's yet one more set of books I have to go read through.
Oh God! Now is this a fan thing or something Hasbro put out?
Oh no, this is an officially licensed game, done by, I think they licensed it to Renegade Game Studios, which currently has the Vampire license and G.I. Joe and Power Rangers and My Little Pony.
Oh, there's a My Little Pony. Oh yeah, that's right. I do think I remember them being that a Friendship is Magic role play.
Well, the bronies were were all trying to make their own, and so Hasbro realized there was money to be had.
I remember we ran one in college, me and my group.
Well, it's always interesting to try out these other things out, because sometimes you find out that as silly as it is to do the My Little Pony RPG, there might be some good ideas in the mix. So
no, like if you've actually seen G4, like there's a lot of lore and world building, and so funny. Like whenever Ark does a Brony video, it's recently he just did a Smasher Pass, and I'm like, dude, just admit you're a Brony.
I saw Archie's been playing using like the Heart of Irons mod, which is like a full on like military campaign
For My Little Pony.
Yes.
He is a closet Brony for sure.
He may be, but he's smart enough to keep his mouth shut and let the payola come in. But of course you're not the only one here with me. With also infrequently, but I'm always happy to have him, is Snack stopping by. How's it going, buddy?
Not so good. You just segued me in with bronies. but hello. We'll just do a hard pivot on something else, something more apropos for my tastes,
like puppets and sewing.
like puppets and sewing. Yes, which I'm currently embroidering the Char cosplay. So
yeah, it's kind of a funny little timing. All of these things. I just thought I would bust up my own hoodie.
Yeah,
look a little proper here.
Yeah. Yep. And this has been quite the task to do. It's I don't know how many hours I've been spending just threading needles into the outline, but I will say it is looking amazing. So I'm happy I'm taking the time to do it.
Well, I mean, you're certainly learning a new skill out of it all, so there's definitely that big advantage there.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Well, I mean, plus you've put in so many hours with it already that you're learning quite a bit about what not to do, what to do. I'm sure there's a number of lessons you picked up out of it.
Yeah. Well, at least I have some experience wearing military uniforms, especially dress uniforms too. Yeah, so I'll know how to don it correctly. I just had to fabricate it first.
Don't they do a thing where like once you kind of get in at first, they basically quickly throw you like a dress uniform just to take a picture of you in it?
Oh, yes. So, well, I don't know about the other services, but in the Marine Corps, they have this they have like a half tunic, right? So it's not the full, like dress blues. You're actually in your like fatigues, but you take off your shirt, right? You take off your I don't know the cami top, so you're just like in your t-shirt, right? And
Right.
they have like thing. It's like opened in the back, and they'll just like pin it so it looks like you have a proper one on, but you don't. And you just like sit there, and they just grab a random hat. It might fit you, it might not. They pop it on top of you. They take a snap photo, and it's like, okay, next.
You get to go play.
Yeah, hoorah, hoorah. But yes, that's yeah, and they just like do that, like they get like 200 people like done in like an hour. So they definitely streamline it that way. It's like,
I only say this because I'm like looking down at myself. It's like I look halfway decent, but like I'm not wearing pants. And that's the beauty of like streaming on the internet. No one has to know if you're wearing pants or not.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
can't
just
force you to wear pants.
yeah, just like that fancy picture that we take in the Marine Corps in boot camp. we're not wearing the dress blue pants. We're just wearing random fatigues, the cami bottoms. It looks super silly when you're like seeing the other recruits take photos. You're just like, this looks stupid silly. But when the photos come out, be like, okay.
I only really ask about this because I had seen something start to kind of go around the internet this past week where I was like, where I had kind of heard something about that, and I kind of saw some, a couple of other military guys kind of chiming in, talk about how like, hey, normies out here just have no idea what they're looking at. Where they start complaining like, well, it doesn't look good. What's going on there?
Yeah, they don't fit you. They put you in like a couple categories. They put you in really, really little, little, medium, large, and extra large. And it's like how tall are you and how like wide you are, and that's they don't give you the measurements. Like the cuffs are probably like either too short or too long. You might be lucky and actually fit into that tunic, but no, it doesn't matter. It might choke you. Doesn't care. We don't care.
You just got to look good for like 2 seconds.
You look good for 2 seconds. One snap. Okay, take it off.
And you just exhale, and the buttons just start popping in the back. Real quick, let me see here. Vince is saying how do you basically just watch something? I
basically just watch
Kamen Rider 01. Good choice, by the way.
You watch a good amount of the episode. You're probably doing something else, but you're like mostly paying attention to it. Forego the like you might have to pay attention to what you're doing for like half a second. Kind of like how I'm multitasking right now.
Oh, I meant on the weekend. Okay. Well, speaking of the weekend, we got our weekend sheriff stopping by. I'm not gonna tell him it's Monday, but we'll let him come on in all the same.
Hide the booze, hide the drugs.
What do we got for him? I know what we'll do with him.
Heidi.
Wow.
Was that a Biden thing?
No. That was.
Oh.
No. What are you talking about? That's Shar. That's his amazing speeches he gives.
Wow. The fighter for the fit for.
Where's the donuts?
Ooh.
I don't know about no donuts.
We need donuts for the sheriff. Come on, someone. He's gonna hand out tickets. We don't give him donuts.
All right. I don't have any of those, but
Oh, he
how
doesn't
about
have any tickets either.
one of these? A knuckle sandwich.
Gundam slap.
It does hurt, don't it?
Hurts, don't it?
Oh,
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, but you heard that slap. Oh,
Yeah, yo.
hey.
Hey, yo.
That was my other hand, just for those following at home. Yeah. I don't advocate slapping people as a man. I have flippers, so it's hard not. Punching is more difficult for me, but if you have okay, never mind. Anyway.
But anyway, how's it going, Punkwaddle? Welcome.
Apparently I'm just waving my flippers around, flailing, but it's good to be here. Sorry I'm late. I had to take in the trash can. I usually do it a little earlier, but being the fact that it's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times my height, it is a little difficult.
It takes you 3 days to get it in.
Something like that.
Gotta soak it in.
Let's see. So what a week we have had. I did get a couple little stories that kind of popped up that I thought would be kind of interesting to take a look at, and maybe we might have a couple things here that might catch your interest. Yeah, I wish I had seen this one about a month ago, but I thought this would be a fun one just to look at real quick, all the same. And it kind of delves into the realm of some of our beloved entertainment over here in this little corner of the internet. We're about a month late to it, but can you blame us with having to wait to have these things translated? 30 years ago today, it was Friday in California.
And the days go by. What?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. What happened on
It's been 3 decades since Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger gifted the internet with one of the best weekly memes.
Oh, I was gonna say Rebecca Black isn't 30 years old yet, is she?
No, but
that was
it's Friday. Yep.
That was
okay,
10. That was like a decade ago.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Longer.
Friday. Yeah, that was almost a decade ago. 2014, 2015, yeah.
No, it was like 2010.
Or was it? Okay, that's been 15 years. Holy shit. Pardon my French, but oh my goodness.
That 30-year-old
movement.
But back to the police work. I want to know.
Yeah. So the clip that we've all seen, about once a week for the last couple of years, as it turns out, and unaware of too many, came from an episode of Super Sentai. So this is one of those Power Rangers memes that some may not realize. 3 decades ago, on a Friday no less, Super Sentai inadvertently gave us a shit post for the ages via the medium of clanging surgical tools, a very Japanese American police officer, and a simple statement of fact. Social media loves itself a weekly meme, from Daniel Craig's joyous declaration on Saturday Night Live of the weekend's arrival to Futurama Fries reminding us that it's Saturday night. Let's see. Today is Friday in California, which has then, of course, joined the throngs of having its own dedicated social media accounts to inform us every Friday that it is indeed also Friday in California. The absurdity of it all, the hospital setting, the police officer rising menacingly out of frame, the accented English makes the clip perfect for the internet virality. But its source is now a 30-year-old episode of Japanese superhero TV, only makes the context even more absurd. But yeah, this is, like I said, just I thought it'd be a fun little one to touch on that unfortunately we missed. But
I like learning about meme origins.
Yeah.
And people say like all this like crazy anime and all this Japanese stuff never got us anything of value, but that's not true at all. How else would we know that it's Friday in California?
I don't know.
Let's see what else do I have. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any of those favorite little weekly memes? Something that maybe wasn't brought up?
How about I snap your shit?
Wait, what?
Huh?
No, that's a meme. It's from a Polish cartoon. It's of a gnome, and it with the caption, "How about I snap your shit?" You just type it in. It's a real meme.
This better not be porn.
I'm scared.
It has a know your meme page. Oh, it's this little guy, the little freaking gnome.
Yeah, he's from some old Polish cartoon.
Oh, okay.
I like him.
I think I remember the little. I think I remember like little gnome cartoons back when I was a kid.
It looks easy about to say, no one throws a dwarf.
Why you better get out of my garden?
How about I snap your shit?
You about to get owned. Let's see. As for myself, there is one other one I am a big fan of. As I gotta refix this size here, and that is it is Thursday the 12th, Thursday the 20th.
Nice.
From just a random Simpsons episode that maybe about once a year you get to see posted, and as it so happens, this month it will indeed be Thursday the 20th.
So that means next month will also be Thursday the 20th, unless it's a leap year.
Oh, you're right, and it's not a leap year.
Yeah, wasn't last year the leap year?
Yeah, this year's a shorter month.
Maybe. Look, we got about a 1 in 5 of it not being a leap year.
Yeah,
1 in 5 of it being a leap year. So, you know what? I think it's safe to say we'll have 2.
1 in 4, maybe. Or 5. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Let's see. We also had some numbers come out of Capcom that I thought would be kind of fun to look at. And well, since I did put Mega Man in the thumbnail, I thought it would be appropriate to go ahead and pull this up here. Well, apparently it's that time of year where all the corporations start doing their earnings reports, and Capcom is certainly no different. And they have given us a whole slew of data with which it is rather difficult to kind of parse out. A lot of it's the Valiant Renegade data that is far above my pay grade.
Okay.
These are their top franchises?
Yes, indeed. This here is currently the top 4 franchises of Capcom.
Okay. I still haven't played any Monster Hunter game, but
I tried getting into it. It's you need to be into it.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It's not bad, but it does take some time to get invested. So it's like if you have time to invest into it, you can like it. But yeah,
I think it's interesting that they said Rock Man, not Mega Man.
Well, again, this was Capcom's a Japanese company, so it's their.
Oh, okay.
So, but it just goes to show you just how insanely popular Monster Hunter is, that it's been able to outsell the combined efforts of Street Fighter and Mega Man together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dead Rising used to be up there. Disappointed it's not, but
it hasn't had too much to garner.
Yeah,
how many Dead Rising games are there?
But there were 4 official ones, and we don't consider the 4th one to be a game. It's one of those games we don't speak about.
And there's your answer.
Well, go ahead.
Just to show you a little bit of this. This is like a 52-page this is incredibly dry. Capcom CO2 emissions, promoting measures, their social relationships with employees. This is super data.
Did they release more ESG plans?
This would probably be the piece of data to look at to find that stuff out.
Spreadsheets. We got plenty of
yeah. Send it to me on Discord. I'll take a gander through it.
Will do. But because like this is going over the last about 7-8 years of everything from their net sales, their cash and equivalents at the end of the year, the dividends per yield percentage. This is
a lot of data.
Oh yeah. How many pages did you say?
about 52.
Oh, hey, Lost Planet. They remembered Lost Planet. I remember Lost Planet.
So as you can see, also we have a breakdown by consoles and basically all the books, all the packages and games shipped worldwide per console. Okay. But this is, I think, the more fun stuff. Sales from these various franchises. With a focus on delivering quality products and a wider audience base, Capcom does strive diligently to create an innovative and exciting sequels to existing popular franchises to increase its user base and to strengthen its revenues. As always, we at Capcom will continue to strive to providing our customers with the best possible forms of innovative entertainment to increase customer set. Okay. So, but you can see just about where everything is setting, and just looking at the data, you can kind of see why we don't get a ton of sequels to certain franchises.
Oh man, Breath of Fire down there. Poor Breath of Fire.
They did just renew the trademark for it. Now, as exciting as that is, do you remember they'll also sometimes just to keep the ownership of it. So that's just
true.
Like,
and these are all.
I remember having gone through a number of years where some of my other beloved franchises would oftentimes do those same things, only to be met with no new games. But anyways, Punkwaddle, what was that?
I was going to say, so these are all games from just last year?
No, I think these are combined sales of these franchises.
Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. It's really okay. That makes with the graphic in front. It is interesting though, the fact that it says something for the fact that Mega Man and Street Fighter, which have been around since Mega Man since the 80s, Street Fighter since the 90s, early 90s for sure, have grown up with people, and that the next generation has taken to them. Otherwise,
we lost Poddle.
Oh,
and mid ponderance too. That's enough fun.
But
he's back.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
What happened to me?
You
for a minute.
Out.
You prematurely ejected out of the stream for a second.
Oh, I didn't think I hit anything. My bad.
But anyway, you want to try that again?
Yeah. What I was trying to say, I don't know. I'm a flight risk. Is just the fact that Mega Man and Street Fighter, which have been around for decades, the fact that they're still up there is a testament to those games either being semi-timeless and enough to change with the times to each iteration to draw a new audience. Because, I mean, there was a time when I thought Mega Man was pretty much done for because we didn't have a new installment for a long time. And then there was that offbeat one that was supposed to be a spiritual successor that was made by one of the guys who developed, and they did the GoFundMe. And then when it came out, everybody's like, this is crap if it's supposed to be.
The Mega Man collections they've been releasing for each different Mega Man series have been doing very well since they started doing that.
Yeah, and I have several of them.
Just to kind of show you a little bit of, I think, what we can expect with Mega Man, there were a couple of articles that popped up that made me want to talk about this a little bit tonight with Mega Man in particular.
Good.
Well, so Mega Man 11 has been out for about, I think, 7 years now or so. Originally released 2018. It's only just recently gotten over 2 million sales. So, unfortunately, this game isn't like the mainline Mega Man franchise. The formula just isn't selling like it once did, and that's something to be considered. Something to say, considering the fact that the Battle Network collection went through about half that many sales in 2 weeks alone.
Oh yeah, I got them both at launch.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I don't. So from kind of what I was reading from some of this, as long as Mega Man has a small niche but very healthy fan base that will buy games, and as long as they continue to get a little bit of a profit on it as a franchise, they'll happily put games out. But the reality is there's just not enough to be able to justify putting out a new yearly Mega Man release every
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see Mega Man 12 anytime soon, but they could make a new Mega Man iteration with new gameplay.
Right. Because what? Remember, I mean, not that they're gonna do it, but like with the Switch 2 coming out with a new console, they could introduce a new Mega Man iteration, whether it be more like the whatever that BattleNet or something kind of that takes some of the values of current things, of a smorgasbord of things that has made Mega Man last, and you know what I mean. They could still do something with the franchise.
Or, they could maybe continue the X series.
Well, I think what we've seen with, for example, Battle Network has proven that there is still a demand for Mega Man games. Period.
Yeah.
Even if it's only some of the other series, like as much as people would love X, I think just as many people would love to have a Mega Man Legends revival. I mean, that's been one of those like most demanded things we've seen. But ultimately, I think they do need to try something new to innovate with Mega Man. So kind of like how we've had these different iterations.
Yeah.
Well,
I would like a 3D platformer with Mega Man.
Exactly. Like a customizable Mega Man might be a fun.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And the fact that you said it's been out for 7 years and the Switch has been out for 7-8 years now, so it came out new with the Switch.
Oh yeah.
And so a Switch 2 might be a good time to launch one.
It could.
Yeah.
A new console, a new iteration idea, maybe utilizing
Mega Man is a platformer game, foremost. 2D scroller, but if you do it 3D, you change the graphics a little bit, make it very customizable. I think you got a hot seller.
Yeah.
Well, what's good about the Switch is because it's a handheld console, like it makes games like platformers, like people would rather play like a platformer on a handheld than like on a big TV, like a 2D platformer.
Yeah, side-scrolling platform. Yeah.
I mean, for myself, I would sure love to see a new Battle Network game because, I mean, just as I showed, like they'll buy it, you'll sell 1 million copies in a week alone.
Yeah, I'd have to binge like the entire series in order to do it. And there's no way I'd have to do it all off stream.
Well, what they could do theoretically is do like almost like an HD remake, kind of like what we've seen with the likes of the Mario and Luigi's getting those remakes. We saw that with like some of the Nintendo properties. Like
I'm so sick of Capcom remakes though.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that boat as well.
Yeah, a Mega Breaker instead of Gundam Breaker, Vince. Yeah, it's a good, interesting comment down there.
Well, actually, no, I have one better.
Oh,
what they should do, what they should bring over, is Mega Man Powered Up, the PSP Mega Man game. Now, for anyone who's never played it, and I'm assuming because it was on the PSP, none of you have probably played it.
I had a PSP, but I didn't play that particular game.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but yeah, kind of slipped through
This effectively was just what I was talking about, a quote unquote modern, as of 2005, remake of the original Mega Man. However, they had a little twist to it. Well, it had a Proto Man in it. They had a couple of new Robot Masters. You had the ability to unlock and play as the Robot Masters and play through the original Mega Man with them.
Ooh!
You could play as Proto Man and roll, and there was a stage editor, so you could make your own stages. So it did it with Mario Maker.
I was
Ooh,
like, it's Mega Man and Mario Maker. What the heck?
with now the way that Nintendo's actually working on a real network online, having a map maker could be a really big fan base support thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a little clip of it just to.
Because I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, well, my mom did play tennis. So what I did is I would make sure that the old tennis ball holders, I'd get the sheet of paper, tape it around. Either I'd get a blue sheet of paper or I'd color it blue, and I'd run around with my little Mega Man blaster over my arm.
Everyone loves Mega Man.
I mean, it's a little bit better than trying to find old scrap saw blades to throw at kids.
Oh,
look at that! Wow.
It's got that cutesy style.
Okay.
And this just to show you a little bit of it, like they added dialogue, they added like a story, they added more story to it, so Mega Man could interact with the Robot Masters. And there will be changes based on if you beat them with just the Mega Buster or if you beat them with the other boss's powers.
Okay.
Cut Man.
And Mega Man toys sell a lot too.
Oh, this is adorable.
Isn't it?
This makes me think of Link to the Past, the Nintendo, the Game Boy version.
I can't believe it. Dr. Wily was right. You've changed into a bad robot. Batman, what's going on? You're an evil fighting robot now. I'm gonna stop you, Mr. Mega Man, and make you good again.
It's like I said, it's
Inverse.
Well, I guess it is that he's been convinced that Mega Man's gone evil when in fact he's working for Dr. Wily.
Yes.
Plus, if you went through it as any of the Robot Masters, Roll or Cut Man or Bomb Man or Ice Man, Time Man was one of the original bosses for it.
Mm-hmm.
You would get unique scenarios and little bits of unique dialogue for each Robot Master. This is a great game from that perspective of there's so much to want to check out with it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Ta-da!
Only little boys don't belong here. Go home before you get hurt.
Time to punch out and go home, Guts Man.
You big idiot! What'll happen to me if I get fired? I'm gonna take you down with me. Ready?
I do like Gutsman.
The animation and
What's his
the
ability? He
banter,
punches big things.
rock.
it reminds me of the TV show Reboot.
It does.
It makes you think of Reboot?
Yeah, just the dialogue, the chibi kind of the early 2000s 3D animation.
Wasn't that like mid 90s?
It was mid 90s.
Yeah.
You're right.
It was like 94.
I don't know why I said early 2000s. I meant 90s.
Yeah, that stuff was like real rough on the CGI, but then again, it was mid 90s, so.
Hey, yeah. Hey, do you know who played the virus?
Hexadecimal or
Hex,
Mega-
yeah, Hex.
Who?
Tony J.
Oh yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. the GOAT.
So before I bring up my last story, my little story, my last one here, which is kind of a sad one. I do have one little clip I put together, and I want to see what you guys think about it. I think I might have shown you guys. I think I might have shown you some of you guys a little test version of it at one point, but I'll show you what I got.
All right.
Even though you never call and never write, I still got a soft spot for you. So I'm sending you a fun gift. Airmail. Hello, operator. I believe my party's been disconnected.
Oh,
Maybe
Looks
just a
like,
little bit
looks
long.
like the whole thing wants to talk to us.
I guess I don't have to ask what number to hit to dial Australia's area code anymore.
Well, it means now I almost remember that nerd number. Now I don't have to worry about the extension anymore. Joker.
That's fun.
Well, unfortunately, we sort of have one last little story, and it's kind of a sad one. But I wanted to at least get us a little built up a little bit first.
Okay.
Around here we happen to have some slight feelings towards Gundam, right?
Yeah,
We do.
we do.
Mhm.
Oh, we lost the snacks. There we go. He's back.
Ooh. This is the original manga, Arthur?
Yeah, this is Tomino.
Okay.
Death is in my reach. Mobile Suit Gundam creator wants the anime to define his life's legacy, and
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of one of those harsh truths of life, and it's kind of the reality that these guys aren't as young as they once were, and
He'll not be here forever.
no.
Yep.
But at the very least, they've at least cemented a legacy for themselves with a piece of media that will stand the test of time.
They could do reprints on these models and still go nuts, and people would still buy them, and people new to the hobby would still love and watch them.
Mm-hmm.
When a person has dedicated as much time and effort to their passions as Mobile Suit Gundam's creator Yoshiyuki Tomino, transforming it from an intriguing idea to a global phenomenon, there inevitably comes a moment, often as one's career is winding down, when they reflect on their work and wonder what impact their efforts have had on the world. And he's 83, so he's been doing this and been around for 60 years with nearly 50 years of Gundam alone.
Yeah.
He's been near the start of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a manga that was put out a couple of years ago that was basically about the creation of Gundam. So it was like their stories in the office and all of the kind of the culture that picked up around it, the struggles they had to try to make sure that this cartoon got out onto TV. It's one of those interesting little tales that not a ton of other anime, not a ton of other media get these sorts of stories. I mean, every now and then we'll get the odd one that comes along, something like the Offer about the making of The Godfather. And part of me wonders if we won't at some point see that story kind of told in an animated form, because it's sort of one of those tangential pieces of Gundam that I almost feel like could be worth even just a little 3-episode OVA.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
watch it. Yeah, definitely watch it.
That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Tomino finds himself in this very situation. After a long and illustrious career, the legendary anime creator has finally begun reflecting on his life's work, wondering if he and his creations made a positive difference in the world, and how he will be remembered. Recently, he started to share his insight from this period of reflection publicly. And that's one of those little fears you kind of get when you start hearing people talk about these things, because they kind of say people kind of know when their time is drawing near.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But honestly, like, you know, he did create something that is going to last in people's memories for at least like 100 more years or so, maybe more.
Well, and not only that, you think about just the heights this franchise has achieved.
Yeah.
Let us not
Yep.
forget, of course, the statues, the full 1-to-1 scale statues.
Mm-hmm.
Not
They,
just it moves.
Growing up because of Toonami, I had no idea it was ever like as big as it is like today.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. We didn't call them statues. We call them moving exhibits because they can move.
Yeah, just don't tell Matt Walsh.
Yeah, don't tell me I watch that.
you know, my favorite. I think my favorite of the lot is the unicorn,
Mm.
That one transforms too. That one's pretty cool.
and well, and because we're not trying to act as though it's walking when it's like on a frame that's moving forward, simulating walking.
Mm.
Well, yeah,
Whereas
but
this frankly, this one excites me more. This is one I would have rather seen. I mean, don't get me wrong, just the feat of engineering to make that thing walk is a marvel in and of itself.
Mhm.
Like, for example, I certainly remember when all the COVID lockdowns started happening, how many people, how many like the Twitter normies were looking at that and said, look at all that money wasted.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. And that, yeah, you're right, Vince. At the end of the day, it's still awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how could that not be awesome?
No, it's a testament to the creation. It's a testament to the art that was like, you know, Gundam as a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that would make that more awesome if you could actually pilot it.
Yeah. I still kind of want to see the new Gundam variant with the one major funnel cannon, right?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it the other, like the modern take on the new Gundam?
Yeah, it's a new Gundam. It's because it came out for an anniversary a couple years ago. When I remember, because they did some of the P Bandai and the models, and now you can get some third-party kits to add to your existing models. But that one shoulder funnel instead of the asymmetrical tons of fin funnels, which, yeah, I always like the high new Gundam better because it was symmetrical. But he's just got a cannon.
Well, and I guess the reality is I had to go with a more redesign like this because to have the big like wing of fins like that, at that point you're going to have to worry about aerodynamics and wind.
Well, it's hard enough to keep, and I know you can create a model that's more stable, you know, with the whole frame, but it's back heavy enough as it is just as a plastic model. Just think about all the metal and everything you need to make sure.
Yeah.
And how much counterweight you would need in an actual frame that big.
When they have wings, they have trouble standing. But I'm surprised they don't do a Zaku or a Goof.
Well,
something with like bigger, big legs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, or a perfect Zhang.
But I mean, you look at this here, the care and appreciation for part of the culture. They have Shinto priests coming out to bless it for the opening ceremony, for the installation.
Oh, wow!
Getting the robot. Look at
that
that
wrong franchise.
In fact, I think the walking Gundam statue will be getting re-released. Will be getting brought back out.
I've heard rumors.
Like, I want to say there's like a World Expo it's going to be at.
Okay. That would be a good place for it too. But like you said, this is such a exploding franchise, because I mean it's been huge obviously in Japan for a long time, but in the last, I mean, I know there's people who grew up with it, you know, watching Seed on Toonami, and that's all they knew about it. or wing and stuff, right? But I would say in the last, yeah, I meant wing. But like in the last 10 to 15 years, it has exploded so much. The model kits, the Western awareness of the yearly competitions, and the Gunpla has a life of its own. And there's people that spend thousands of dollars on Gunpla that don't even watch the show or don't even know really understand more than a simple basic understanding of what the kit does in the show, but they just like the looks of the kit, right?
And that's always the frustrating thing I find. It's there's so many elements with Gundam, for example, to really get into, to appreciate, to want to be able to nerd out over, but it's finding those people who want to be able to nerd out in the same way with others. Like there are people who just won't do any, who like they're like, there's guys I know, like I like these guys, they're friends, but I want to be able to get into. I want to be able to talk about something like the in-universe politics and the ideas that are there, but it's just, hey, big giant robot is cool. And they're not wrong. They are cool, but I want a little more meat on the bone.
Yeah, substance.
Exactly.
Now, I like what Vince Wilmec said. No one watched Seed, but that's why they said Gunpla is freedom, because they put out enough versions of the freedom in Gunpla form, but also a reminder that those are good. Those are good model kits, and so people at least knew that Seed existed and tried to watch it and said they're too whiny, but the model still sold, right?
The model did sell, yes.
Yep.
And it still sells.
There are some great designs in Seed.
It is arguably, it's in the top 3 of just universes of Gunpla lines, mecha lines for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So Tomino Tomino had been gone to a girls' high school to do a question and answer session, and they were able to stop and present to him some questions to ask. And it was on a whole wide range of topics, his views on life and death, and there's a couple of them that really stood out in the article here. Let's see. What are your views on life and death? However, Tomino's thoughtful response suggested that he had reflected on this topic and welcomed the opportunity to share his insights. Death is in my reach. I believe it's good to face death peacefully. I want to look at death head on. Rather than leaving behind something physical, I've come to realize I want to create something that can be passed on to new generations. It may not be something that resonates with people now, but the next generation will understand it. I hope that the future will be different from the Earth of today. And I mean, considering how, he's someone who grew up in the post World War II Japan, having seen the hardships of that, which ultimately became sort of a fuel to help build ultimately Gundam, which has been sort of a commentary on the nature of war itself.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, he's done a great service in kind of helping to highlight the horrors of war while still making it look kind of cool.
Well, it's the horrors of war, but also like, where are we going to be in 100, 200 years? Like, what is humanity going to look like? Do you believe that we'll evolve in a certain way, or as we conquer new territory that will adapt in certain ways? Like, there's a lot of existential what ifs that get carried along with this,
New territory, new resources. Is that new conflicts? That's
right.
always the question. Yeah.
Still being solved by the same rudimentary humans.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead, but yeah, it's just, I think that's why we all love it. There's so many profound things about it.
Let's see. Tomino's hope that his anime would serve as his legacy ties back to an earlier comment he made during the session. In that remark, Tomino emphasizes that despite its heavy focus on mecha, technology, and aliens, Gundam has always fundamentally been about war between humans, and that's right. That's right. What we hit on here.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
and I would say he's been more than successful with that. His legacy is secured, and I'm almost convinced to the point of we will see, like, if not space colonies, but we will see something in space called the Tomino.
Mm.
Ooh, we lost him again. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at a different. Ignore me.
Did
No,
you
you're good.
lose?
No,
Nah,
it's just we
I was looking at an older other screen.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Yeah, but what you're saying, like, like we're all going to die, and we all hope to leave something behind to at least allow people to remember us, at least for a little bit.
Oh.
Whether that's kids or like a big popular franchise.
Mm-hmm.
no,
Yeah,
and
or
I agree.
technology of some sort, yeah. Or a story that everyone loves.
Yeah, just something that'll last, like, when we're gone.
Mhm.
I totally get that.
I mean, just think how in 40, 50 years, maybe they'll try to say what they'll be studying Gundams, and Gundam will be also part of just the lore and the history, and then they'll try to say, well, this is what it meant, and then they'll do rewrites and remakes of Gundam that'll make it about something else entirely, and everybody will be like, no, you got it wrong.
So here, just to show off just how much the man has done with his filmography.
Doy.
79, we had Gundam.
Yep.
81 was the movie trilogy. Jumped down to Zeta, Double Zeta, Char's Counterattack, F91, Victory, and all the way to Rick Angustia in G. So from 79 to 2014.
I still need to watch Wrecking Geist and G.
You know, we all wish that we can have this kind of legacy, and
Oh yeah.
I say he's ultimately been fairly successful.
Oh, I'd say he's been very successful.
So
I'm not even I'm not even a big Gundam fan, and I say he's been extremely successful.
Mhm.
Oh,
It was one of those things when you realize you don't have to know much about it to understand how much of an impact it's had on culture and how broad of a reach it has, right?
I mean, he's like, I don't want to be like Walt Disney. You know what I mean? Like it's a big culture thing, and it expands even past Walt's death. Will he have the same kind of impact of Walt, but like big giant Japanese robot kind of version of that? You know,
We'll see what the
knows?
franchise does
yeah.
over time.
The torchbearers, the
Yeah.
the people that he left on.
At the very least, I think his name's gonna be in the running with a lot of the other legends up there, like Gen Urobuchi, Go Nagai, and Monkey Punch.
Yes.
Who are all legends in their own rights.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But I mean, most of them are either passed on or Go Nagai is still around, but he's 79, so he's not that much younger. But it's a little bit of a downer, but I wanted to at least kind of touch on this here because
it's somber, but I mean, other than taking one of my Gunpla and dropping it off the window to drop one for my homies out of respect.
You totally do that. Wow, I got 1,000 more.
Well, I probably do like, a mini or a chibi or an SD, something that I'm, not one that I put too much effort into.
And in memory of him, I will proceed to throw like 7 sprues about my desk and lose them.
Stacks has already figured that one out. I will remove one piece from every RG and put it in a drawer.
And then figure out how to build around them. The vital pieces too.
Yeah.
It'll be the RG kits, and it'll be part of the inner frame.
Yep. It usually is.
It was.
There you go.
It was the arm shoulder connecting to the torso.
Oh, that's cute. That's cool.
Look at that.
Is that an airplane or what?
It's
that just
high stratosphere, so I don't know. Sure.
Is it Gundam in space, or is it just a picture?
Started firing the box, ruined all our data, but the red comet survived. Oh! They launched this thing into space, and it basically ballooned up.
Nice.
Okay, so it really was in space.
Was that part of Elon's club? Elon's spaceship club?
Well, we know that the Zaku needed a shield because it couldn't handle reentry.
Yes. Oh god.
And,
That was some of the freaking that episode right there.
yeah.
Lieutenant Char! Lieutenant Char! Ah!
Your sacrifice is not in vain. Half an episode later. So
I've never betrayed anyone in my life. Oh, Dash, I think we gotta have some homework for you.
Yeah.
Does he have to go in
What series do you recommend?
the Gundam Adventure? No, it's not a recommended series. It's an adventure of multiple series.
Let's go with the original series.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
And the original series is just a movie, right?
No, but there's a couple of ways to go around about it. But
they do have. Go ahead, Aaron Caster, please.
Yep.
So there's 2 ways you could go about it. First is the original anime, the one that started everything, which is I think 39 or 43 episodes.
45, I think.
Or alternatively, there is the 3 movies that Tomino had listed there that basically recontextualize it all down into about hour 30 minutes for 3 movies. 99, about 270 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 5-6 hours.
Well, I know those movies are on Netflix, so I guess I could do that.
Yeah, I did buy them before they were on Netflix. They're in a box somewhere.
So, if nothing else, watch the first
give them a watch.
Yeah, give them a watch, and then if you're very interested, jump into Zeta.
Yeah.
Although
Zeta is one of the rare ones that I don't want to say it's better than the original, but it's damn good.
It's a better continuation than most other series. I will say that.
Yeah, it's not you're like, oh, this is a continuation. Does it suck like all the other ones? No, it doesn't. It's actually really good.
what about the Char prequels?
Gundam Origins is good. Is really good. I do like it.
Do you watch that after watching Char's Counterattack though? Because if you do the 3 movies and then watch Char's
you know what? You could save Counterattack. After you do need to watch Counterattack, but you can watch the Origins before it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you need to watch Origin. Oh, okay. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what I've done and the way I've introduced people to the show I started them with the original, 43 episode series. Thank you, Vince, for that confirmation.
It's
by the way,
yep.
And because that is the skeleton that everything is kind of sprouted up from. That is the little seed from which this franchise sprouted. From after that, once you've learned who Amuro is, learned who Char is, these ideas of like the big mobile suits and that. You get to see these little tastes of like what's going on with like the faction of Xeon. Go back and check out Gundam Origin, which is like a little 6-episode miniseries. That is sort of the origin of Char. What made him the man that was so fascinating throughout the original Gundam, and what gave him his drive to be better than everyone else.
And a side note, the Gundam Origin Gunpla line is a lot more modern, and it's probably one of the best to pick up a kit, because they have a lot of the tooling and a lot of the lines and the seam lines are kind of hidden a lot more to just with an armor part, so you can snap build it together, and it looks really good out of box compared to some of the stuff from the 80s.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, they're good kits as well.
Yeah, I know I know we just threw out a lot at you, but it's one of those like, it's one of those pivotal like franchises that's like it's worth checking out a little bit of. Just like most people, I would still say One Piece is like you got to check out a little bit of it. Dragon Ball, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'll probably get into it more than I did Evangelion.
I was about to say that's the big juxtaposition of Evangelion is like if you're emo and sad and you want to mope around and you think your parents hate you. Gundam is you still have probably some disconnect from parents because the protagonist always kind of finds themselves disconnected from their parents a little and trying to find their purpose in a big new world. But there's a lot more, even though the harshness of war, it comes off in a more somber and fun way. And a lot of times, like there's some really good character interaction that's not just hear the crickets chirping like you do in every other scene of Evangelion. And I mean,
the memes that have come out of like this have been worth it as well. Like,
oh my god! I'm glad to be a Gundam Chad, I guess. If Evangelion,
you're not there yet. You're not there yet.
Yep, I'll get on that.
You have already lost, Shinji, for I have depicted you as the soy jack.
I mean, Vince, I hear what you're saying. I think War in the Pocket is good to watch once because it is a little bit offshoot and it's such a short series. It's a little bit more somber as well. It's a great Christmas one, right, Ironcaster?
Oh yeah, that's a great way to ring the year in.
Yeah.
Also, actually, funny thing is because we're talking about since Eva and Gundam have both come up, Hideaki Anno of Evangelion is also getting ready to do the next Gundam series. So there is actually a good connection there.
You mean a Gyux connection?
Yes.
Is it a continuation of the Gyux, or are you talking about the Gyux?
I mean, just so much to.
Oh,
I didn't know if there was another one coming.
Oh no! I was about to share. I realized it was actually kind of pretty lame. I'm like, no, I don't think I'm going to show that one.
Did you hear that question? I'm not sure if it's something clipped out, Ironcaster, about. Are you talking about the new one that's just coming out? The movie's just about to come out, or something else?
Yes.
Okay. Just clarifying.
Oh, I keep finding more of these now. Like every time a biracial red-haired teenage girl had to pilot a mecha containing the soul of an immediate family member, I have 2 nickels.
It's happened twice.
That's from that Witch of Mercury one, the last one that came out.
Yep.
Right. I would prioritize that lower on the
really
list.
wanted to like Witch from Mercury too.
Yeah.
I really did want to like it. But
I really
been too angsty, weird, like.
Yeah, I heard it was like kind of modern.
I ended up buying more of the Gunpla than I realized because I like some of the grunt kits, but yeah, I still haven't finished it.
Like the school dueling concept was okay, but like
it was too much Build Fighters Evolved.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Build Fighters Evolved, but
it took itself. It needed to either not be a high school, not that serious, or government.
Yeah, they
espionage.
They did try to play both worlds. I agree with you, Punk.
It was hard to keep up because it seemed like every 4 or 5 episodes we'd get to the other plot line.
Yeah, sometimes there'd be like a super serious plot line in the same episodes as a little ditzy kind of plot line too. It's just like
you can't. I'm not going to allow you to. How dare you tend to my vegetables? You have.
Yeah, it's like I can't believe you just aimlessly killed someone. Oh no! I tried to keep your tomatoes raped. Oh no! It's like you're worried about the tomatoes, but you weren't worried about doing that one person.
Yeah, and then they splash too much tomato juice on each other inside the space colony.
Yeah. I did like Mama Charcoal though. I will always defend her.
She was the best of us. She was the worst of us.
They just keep coming, these memes.
Yeah.
And one last one for you. Why don't you have normal taste in women? The women I was exposed to as an innocent child.
Yeah. But I think the thing that we've missed out and the thing that gets lost when people talk about Evangelion is how awesome Pen is.
Pen's pretty cool. Yeah.
He's the beer drinking. I don't give a shite. Whatever. Screw y'all.
He hops out of his freezer to go into the fridge, grab a cold one, cracks it open, takes a sip, and it pops back in his freezer.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. No.
That's Pen. And yes, I agree. He's pretty chill.
Or they're having like this intense dramatic conversation, and he walks out of the bath with his towel on, looks around, shuts the door, and walks back. He's like, nope.
Nope. You do your angsty teen somewhere else.
It's like, nope. I'm the only adult here. Okay, bye.
Well, I have one last one for you guys before I think we should begin to wrap things up.
All right.
And Dash, I think you'll quickly realize this. You're probably starting to see the cycle of this.
Oh man. All right. I will I'll see if I can start the first movie sometime during the week, and I'll definitely let you guys know how I think of it.
And also just to remind you as well of what we're at this design is ass stage.
Oh wow, too flashy.
Oh my god, it has little tiny penises on it.
What?
My god, you're right.
That just looks a little bit too much like Eva, and then one of those side grunts from Iron Blooded Orphans. Honestly, that's
they're
what this
floppy
looks like.
too. Like,
I think the word is flaccid.
flaccid.
Haha, dangly.
No, I was doing it like the floppy wiener song from South Park.
Guys,
Oh.
they're made of metal. They're made of gundanium. They're always
they're-
hard.
You know, or it could be like the unicorn where it gets extra pressure, it bulges.
Yes.
Like I'm just saying, guys. I think my theory about Mecha being incredibly gay is holding a lot of water here.
Ba 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 Braven!
Yeah, did you see the Bravern kits that I put in the Mechpit chat that are on pre-order?
Tell you what, Punkwaddle, once I get my depending on what I get back for a tax return,
Yeah.
might be getting Bravern.
The big Bravern with all his accoutrements looks very nice.
Oh, and let's of course not forget the Isami statue.
Right. The curled up having his existential crisis. Have you gone to the bathroom?
Don't worry about that.
Yes.
I was hoping I could pull it up, but no.
I will say can you pull it up or no?
Yeah, I just gotta go dig back real quick.
Okay. Vince Womack, I prefer USA Gundam Store for stateside stuff unless I have trouble with, and they do Gundam stuff well. I'll do Big Bad Toy Store once in a while, but they have this one. They also have Usami's and the other guys regular from the first episode. They have now both. One of those is released and one of those is on pre-order. So they do have the regular mecha as well as the Braverns.
Bravern, we got the Motoroid like super form, which is great.
Mhm.
You know what's a hero without having his rival?
Oh wow, that one with the wings is really cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Sorry, I forgot where you were, Vince.
There's a reason why he's a clip on the channel here.
Superbio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do like Superbio. He's pretty cool.
There's probably some other sites like Hobby Link Japan and a few other places that might have them internationally.
And because I would be remiss if I also didn't show this while we were talking about Bravern.
That's the one I was afraid you were going to show, and damn it, you showed it.
Yeah, this is Ironcaster's spirit animal right here.
This guy looks like he just came back from prison.
Well, he was very scared for 2 episodes.
He
And I made an entire of that
case of shell shock
of him in his weakest moment.
Yeah,
After he got forced into the cockpit.
It's totally not gay.
I don't know. Something gay happened.
Well, I will say, Bravern, he showed the most exemplary form of the bro code. He did not bail on his duties. It's like what happened? What happens in the cockpit stays in the cockpit, and I will not be sharing what happens in the cockpit.
And he might have just pressure washed it all out.
Yes.
Oh damn!
Would it help you if I showed you a little of Albedo?
Oh yes, nice. Nice. Oh yeah. And she's got a nice maid outfit too. She's gonna make.
It's not much of an outfit, but yes.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just standard Albedo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. Well, aprons are good for keeping the bacon grease off.
I'm just picturing of her like giving Ainz a tray of muffins.
He looks down at it like, I can't eat.
She just sticks his muffin in his skull anyway.
I was like, oh, this is delicious. And you just watch crumbs start
And
falling.
he just falls.
Please consume the fruits of our love.
Don't worry, Lord Ines. I'll make sure to clean it up. She proceeds to start eating all the crumbs. Like, these were touched by Lord Ines. Well, I think we're on a bit of a higher note here at the end after talking about the mortality of Tomino.
Yeah. At least we ended it on a soft note.
But
That's one
well,
way to
I think that I need to call it for a night. And with that, folks, I think we should call it adieu. Does anyone have anything they want to go ahead and promote on our way out?
I'll be stitching tomorrow.
I'll be continuing to play Unicorn Overlord.
I'll be working on my weekly videos, so look for those.
Nice.
I'll be showing up on like 7 other people's streams rather than streaming on my own channel.
That's okay. You streamed tonight. You did a good job.
Yeah.
I
Good
liked
stream.
it. I liked it.
All right, folks, as always, be good to yourselves. Take care of yourself. Take care. Do all the positive things, I guess. Check out some Gundam, and life's full of all kinds of craziness out there.
Yeah.
Try to stay up on the upbeat side, and just know we'll be out here. We'll be out here if you need a little chit chat or a little distraction from life troubles. So take care, folks, and just remember to not take life too serious.
Mhm.
Okay, great. It will help.